Hello and welcome to Legacy Curious. I'm your host, David Gravel. On today's episode, we welcome Mariam Adepoju, a YouTube coach who is highly accomplished with a bachelor's degree in economics and an MBA from California State University, Dominguez Hills. Her expertise extends to her YouTube channel where she imparts valuable insights into grants, scholarships, and the secrets to personal growth. Achieving an impressive milestone, Mariam garnered 3 million views within a span of just 2 months. Now she dedicates herself to assisting others in replicating her success. Mariam's coaching revolves around revealing the intricacies and fundamentals of video optimization for algorithmic success. She guides individuals on building a consistent and expanding audience for their creative pursuits. Once the foundational elements are in place, the path to substantial growth and income becomes remarkably accessible, allowing individuals to break free from mundane and uninspiring lifestyles. Driven by a sincere passion for motivating and installing self-belief in others, Mariam established the Business Moguls Facebook group. In this dynamic community, she regularly hosts speakers and provides free training sessions for new and aspiring entrepreneurs. Beyond her professional endeavors, Mariam finds joy in her marital bliss. She's happily married and blessed with 3 kids. Let's welcome Mariam to the show and get to know her more. All right. Well, welcome, Mariam. It's glad to see you today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn more about you, and to all of our audience, we start right at the beginning. So I'm going to just ask you a bit about where you were born and tell us a bit about what your family life was like growing up.
Well, I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. I was born into a family of 7, 5 kids. I'm the second born. And I grew up watching my mom, start a business. And I've always had this, passion to also start my business sometime in future. But then again, I think at the age of 10, I was inspired by an uncle of mine who we shared the same birthday. He was the CEO of a bank, at the time. And I really, really looked up to him. And guess what? I asked questions regarding what he studied, what else he did. So I started to pursue that path. And because of him, I started, this exam called ICANN back home. It's the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Nigeria. I studied economics, and I was writing ICANN exams at the time. And I ended up working in a bank, eventually, but I never became the the MD of a bank. But yes, I'm glad I took the business route.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to compliment you on your outfit. It's beautiful. And when did you get into design? Because I understand that you made that, right? When did that start?
That started immediately after I had my baby. I had my baby in 2016, end of 2016, and I learned how to sew in 2017. I learned how to sew in 1 month, and I was able to pay for my master's degree just from sewing. So yes, I'm glad I learned it, and I've never looked back, ever since.
Yeah, what was your inspiration for that? I can tell like the color is so vibrant. Was it an expression of your some emotions or personality that you wanted to explore, or what brought about that splash of color?
Yes, absolutely. So when I came to the United States, I realized that I couldn't find anyone to make tailored outfits for me. And I know for sure that there are other people that struggle with the same thing, where I couldn't find African inspired outfits. I couldn't find Ankara. I couldn't find, Ankara dresses. I'll go to, Macy's, and I would see all this, chiffon and all that. I couldn't find what I really liked. So I learned how to sew because I wanted to help other people that were struggling with the same same, issue to be able to get an outfit tailored for them. I'm glad I was able to learn it because then I started making matching outfits for me and my kids. We will wear the same outfits to church, to events, and people would say, "Oh, how did you make that? I mean, how did you get that?" And I'll hand them over to my card. So that was great.
Okay, and so you talked a bit about your mother being an entrepreneur,
Yes.
and now you've kind of combined both your fashion and design flair with that entrepreneurial spirit. What drives you as an entrepreneur? What are the things that you're striving for and trying to accomplish?
Um, well, apart from, financial independence or
Yeah,
financial freedom, apart from that, it's the peace that comes with doing what you love to do. The fact that you're able to wake up in the morning, you're not grumbling, you're happily doing what
right.
you love. So that's something that actually drives me to, yeah, this is something I can do till whenever, so that's something I really, really love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, good for you. I'm glad you found that because it is for some people, work is a grind, and it seems that you're very joyful in it. So I'm happy for you. So tell us a bit about the people that you serve and the clients that you're working with. Tell us who they are and what type of work you're doing for them.
Okay. So I serve women, predominantly, typically African American women or African women, and I also have Asian clients, who love our culture and
Hmm.
they're inspired by the vibrant colors because when you see these colors, you're not moody, you're not you're
Yeah,
not sad. These are happy colors.
that's right. Yeah.
Something that you notice about the African outfits all the time. So I serve women, I serve professionals, women, because it's actually a luxury brand for women.
Okay.
And yes, so that's something that's, I mean, if you're looking for something nicely tailored for you, to your style, something tailored to your tastes, I am here for it. And my turnaround time is very fast. I'm one of the few people that make outfits like super fast.
And so, what does that process look like? Let's say you're engaged with a new client and you're getting to know them and they're getting to know you. How do you create an outfit for them?
So I actually take their measurements, real time. I take their measurements. It could be virtual. So once you have a tape measure, I will show you real time. Okay, this is how to take your bust measurement, your length, your top, your trousers, and all of that. And then I would sew and then I'll ship it over, out to them. So that's, yeah. And it typically takes
Okay, and
a week,
do they pick the colors? Like, how would they decide the styles? And is there a catalog that you have? Where do they see your work? Let's start there, I guess. Where are you featuring your work?
Good. So I have a website. It is called chassiseverything.com. However, if you have a desired style in mind, or maybe you saw a style inspiration, you can show it to me and I can make something similar to that for you. I also have fabrics, that they can choose from, and it's also okay if they want to ship they want to ship their fabrics to me. That's also fine as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it sounds like lots of customization options are available, and the design process is very collaborative as well, right?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. So you mentioned that you have a website. Tell us a bit about your YouTube channel because that's where I met you,
Yes.
and I saw all of your activity there. Tell us about that.
Thank you. So I coach businesses on YouTube on how to start a profitable YouTube channel and start to monetize it even from the very first day. So my own channel is about grants for small businesses, grants for nonprofits, grants for minorities, grants for women, all kinds of grants, on my channel. And I'm constantly researching grants information and I publish videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, on my YouTube channel. So yes, if you're looking for grants, that's the best place to go.
Well, thanks for sharing that because it is a message I'm trying to get out to my audience. It is that there is help available. There are experts that want to see them succeed and can get them, the grant support that they need.
Mhm.
So tell us, how people will get in touch with you. What's the best way to get into contact with you to get started?
You can email me on CEO@chassiseverything.com, or you can book a Calendly with me. However, before you can book a one-on-one consultation, a free consultation, you have to join my Patreon community. But if they are coming from your channel, David, then it's okay. They can just put it in the notes, when they book my consultation, say I'm coming from David, so they don't have to worry about being a Patreon member.
Okay. And remind us the name of your YouTube channel. We're going to have all this in the description of this video, but tell us while they're watching.
Yeah, my channel name is Mariam Adepoju, as it appears here.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. And now for the $1 million question around here, Miriam, tell us what you want your legacy to be. What would you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for, inspiring others, helping people become the best version of themselves. I want people to say, because of Miriam, I did not give up on myself. Because of Miriam, I did not give up on my dreams. So, it's about helping people, become the best version of themselves.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that message and for being with us today. I'll tell you, for my own experience of working and talking with you, you do infuse me with a sense of joy and happiness, and I love talking to you. And you give me that sense of can do as well. So thank you for that. Keep up the great work, and we'll look forward to potentially having you back in the future to speak to some specific topics that, maybe some grant advice. And we'll encourage everyone to go to her YouTube channel as well and get the support you need. And thanks again for joining us, Miriam.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us today as we got to know Mariam Adepoju, her life, her legacy, and the work that she's doing right now to help businesses and entrepreneurs. I'm your host, David Gravel, and this has been Legacy Curious. Like, comment, and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe as we're on our way to our first 100 subscribers. Everyone has a story. Let's make sure yours is heard and remembered.